I was not really born intelligent, so what pushed me was my parents' motivation for me to study. When I was in preparatory, I can clearly remember my examination papers were all line of sevens. And starting grade 1, when I was motivated by my parents, I started getting high grades and eventually grabbed the first honor at the end of the year. And that motivation continued up to elementary where I graduated valedictorian, and it still continued up to high school where I also graduated valedictorian. During my time in high school, I was active in extracurricular activities. I was editor-in-chief of our school newspaper, and I also participated in various academic meets. So I represented the school for spelling. So I reached up to provincial meet for spelling where I garnered the third place for the competition.
Siguro sir, hindi ko kayang pasok sa magandang paralan yung anak ko. Sinubukan ko siyang pina-exam dito sir na baka sakali ako makapasa at may mga scholarship na offer yung Benilde. At yun nga sir, nabigyan kami ng pagkakataon na maano siya sa scholarship. So malaking pagpapasalamat ko po na tanggap siya at nakatapos siya rito. Dahil kung hindi, tulad ko, mag-isa lang din ako naghahanap buhay. Siguro hindi ko kayang paralin sa isang magandang paralan. Pinagbuti ko yung trabaho ko. Lahat ng mga pangailangan niya na kaya ko naman ibigay ko sa kanya. Kung minsan, nakakairam ako sa ibang tao ng para maibigay lang yung may panggastos lang siya at sa amin.
At first, I thought it will be very hard for me to survive in here. But I think meeting different people, scholars like myself, made me better in my stay here because we were really helping each other. For instance, if there are projects, examinations, assignments, we always have each other's back, so to speak.
Masasabi ko lang sa Benilde, nagpapasalamat ako dahil kung hindi sa program ng Benilde na pinagkaloob sa kanya, baka hindi siya nakapagtapos dito. At sana, yung patuloy na pagsuporta nila sa mga mahihirap, yung pagbibigay ng mga scholarship ay tuloy-tuloy pang mas marami silang matulungan na makaahon sa kahirapan. So, salamat din sa Benilde at ngayon na napagtapos ko na yung aking anak. Nakuha niya yung award na bilang summa cum laude.
To Benilde, I hope you continue providing opportunities to people who do not really have the financial capability to afford quality education. They should also provide opportunities to those people. Ito na yon, graduate na ako. I-improve na natin yung buhay natin. Hindi katulad dati na lagi tayong dinadown ng ibang tao. Ayun, sa wakas, graduate na ako.